In this video, we've finished this series about learning by yourself. If you missed the previous episodes, check on the descriptions for a link. My name is Thiago Rocha and I'm an IQ examiner with more than 15 years of experience teaching from beginners to instructors and competing in international tours. Having had the experience of learning by myself, I picked up a lot of tricks along the way that I will pass on to you. So if you're interested in knowing more, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more, and activate the notification to find out when the next video is out. Is it worth it teaching yourself kitesurfing? So, is it all worth it? If your objective is to save money, probably not. You'll still have the cost of getting a trainer kite and your kitesurfing equipment you'll learn on. Plus, you will be making mistakes that can break the kite or yourself while trying to figure it out. Of course, you may have some equipment available to you at little or no cost. For example, friends or cheap bargains on the internet. But even assuming it's in a good enough state to make it safe, chances are you're going to abuse it quite a bit while you're learning and may have to replace it for the person you borrow it from. On the other hand, if you choose the lessons path, the school's equipment will be the one to take the beating instead. So that's savings right there. But the highest potential cost of learning kitesurfing on your own is in hospital bills and possible lawsuits from injuring yourself or someone else. These could even last for a lifetime. If you learn through a kitesurfing school, you'll typically be covered by their insurance. If you go to it alone though, consider purchasing insurance yourself. Another side consequence of causing an accident on yourself or someone else is that it may lead to authorities closing the beach to kitesurfing, something that will upset the local kitesurfers and get you banned for it. Wrapping up, if, like me, you're the self-learning type, my advice to you is to still start with a few lessons to cover the most critical aspects from safety standpoint. Even though you may only take classes for some essential parts of the full learning process.
Only in and out will affect the kite. Any rotation is actually counterproductive. Excellent. Okay.
When I started, I had to learn by myself, as nobody could teach me. Still, I went to have some tips straight with the brand that sold me the kites. That was not enough, and I had to self-learn the rest. There were no YouTube or other forums to get more knowledge at the time. So going to the beach and trying was all we had. I had some accidents that luckily weren't super bad. But it could have been. Internet was starting, so one of the primary sources for information was the Kite Forum. It was only 500 people at the time, but I got a lot of knowledge there. It is still an excellent source of information and tips. Start by reading up on basic wind theory.
What is the wind window? Hey, isn't the wind window when we have a door open and we just open the window and there's a lot of wind coming?
Check out some YouTube videos, then get your hands on a trainer kite and get familiar with steering, window positioning, and traction without any risk.
Then we're going to go to 2 o'clock, and then we're going to
passing to 12.
Then we're going to passing through 12. We're going to walk.
Your turn.
And again. Okay, your turn.
Leash
Okay.
first.
So take the leash. Yep.
Then book a few lessons in the right kitesurfing school to learn how to set up your power kite and lines without mistakes and launch and land the kite. This is the most dangerous moment in kiteboarding. Learn the safety aspects and how and when to use the quick release. What to do if your kite crashes. Control your kite with one hand. How to body drag and relaunch, and how to water start. If you're a smart learner, you should be able to get these steps down in 4 to 5 hours of private instruction and then freely move on to more self-learning. After the basics, I recommend you have spaced out lessons to practice the skills you learn in between. If you're searching for a place to learn, check out these 6 points to help you find the right school for you. You can find a link above or in the description below. This video is part of a series related to learning by yourself. I hope these series have been helpful and you know better what you're up against if you try to learn by yourself. The cost of that can be a lot higher than getting lessons at a good kite school. So let me know what you did or plan to do and how it went. I see you in the next video.